What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Today we are going to be getting into the Bash in Berlin 2024 predictions. I know I did take another few weeks break, not even close to longer than the last one, but the last couple weeks have been hectic for me. I've had a lot going on. Um, we're back. We are going to be talking some wrestling, getting into some of the good storylines in here right now, and we're gonna have some fun. So, first of all, I guess I should say this is another 5 match card. The one match I don't know if it'll be on the pre-show. I'm guessing that it's just on the main show because they didn't say anything on SmackDown today. I know at the time of recording this, it is 6:18 p.m. before SmackDown. But since SmackDown was in Berlin today, um, they had the live show, like the taping, I guess, at 1 p.m. And so I pretty much know everything that happened on there. Nothing crazy. Um, first match we'll get into is this match, the mixed tag match. It is Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio versus Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley. Um, this will be a fun match just because the storyline is fun, and it's really entertaining to watch every week. But just this new Judgment Day, they haven't really been getting the upper hand every week, and Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley have really gotten the upper hand on the Judgment Day every single week now since SummerSlam, and I think like last week, except or maybe 2 weeks ago, but it's just been the same thing, like Liv and Dom running away, or just the Judgment Day completely getting attacked. But you know, I just don't think that Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley will win, just because that um, you know they have the Judgment Day has Finn Balor, the leader of the Judgment Day, Carlito, and JD McDonough, that big ass head. Um, so yeah, I mean, I know it seems obvious that like Damian and Rhea, like they want you to think that they're gonna lose just because they have that numbers advantage. But I think they also want you to think that they're gonna overpower the Judgment Day because they've been getting the upper hand every week. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna go with Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio. I think Finn and JD McDonough will cost Rhea and Damian a match, causing some kind of feud there. Um, maybe they'll have like another tag match. Like maybe they'll have Damian, and they're not gonna have Rhea and Damian go for the tag belts because Rhea's a woman, obviously. They could have like maybe Jey Uso team with Damian Priest. That would be pretty fun. But they gotta have some kind of thing here. Also, they gotta have Finn Balor and JD lose the titles at some point if they want to really boost this storyline. Because, without with the tag titles, I mean, they haven't even defended the tag titles one time, um, because they've just been in this little business. But yeah, I just can't see Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio losing. So therefore, I will be picking Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio. I've said their names like 700 times. Um, it's like freaking saying like Joe Hendry's name, and he's gonna appear. Oh crap. Um, you know. So next match we got here. Let me see. We got this match. Probably looking forward to the least. The women's tag titles match, Alpha Fire and Isla Dawn versus Bianca and Jade. Um, I mean, Alba and Isla have defended the titles, like 4 times, maybe 3. The first time was on NXT. Um, and then I think they've defended them like maybe once or twice more on like Raw or SmackDown. But, you know, it's just been a really boring reign for them, and I think they only gave them the win in a clash because they were in Scotland, and they wanted to finally push them or whatever. Um, Also because Alba Fire's mom had passed away like the day before, so I think they like felt bad, wanted to give her the title, but um, this angle here isn't really working with them. They're pretty boring, so I think this will be where Jade and Bianca get the titles back. And then I think after they lose them again is when they'll start to feud, and then this will be going into um, WrestleMania next year, maybe even the Royal Rumble next year. They'll have a match. Maybe it'll be like a 3-match thing. If they can build Jade up, I still don't think she's the best ring worker, but I mean, I guess she's okay. She does have her botches here and there, so I think she does need to get a little better on that. But yeah, I will be going with Jade and Bianca here because I'm just not really liking this reign here for um, Alba and Isla. And again, like I could be very wrong on this, but I just feel like they're not. I just don't have Alba and Isla winning because their run's been so terrible, and they've only defended them a few times. And now it's the part of the show where we take a drink break, not sponsored by Prime, although we wish we were. Today's flavor is the new 2024 Glowberry. This was a flavor they released last year, in like a different bottle. It was like all black and kind of green. This year they have completely rebranded, and it looks like kind of like the woods. Kind of, you see the trees in there. This bottle does glow in the dark again, but yeah, I really like how they packaged it. Still the same flavor, but we'll dig in. Yeah, it's the same thing as last year. That apple taste, like the good old green apple taste. That's one of my favorite tastes. It's one of my favorite flavors. Um, but it's really sad to know that it's a seasonal flavor because I would drink this all year long. If they sold it in stores all year long. Um, so yeah, now back to our regularly scheduled program. Um, Next match, let's see. We'll do this one. We'll do CM Bitch versus Drew McIntyre in the strap match. Um, Pretty obvious here. CM Punk's gonna win. Um, Although I hate to say it, I really am not a fan of CM Punk. I was glad he won. I was glad he lost at SummerSlam. Um, you know, really, you really do love to see that. Um, so yeah, I do think CM Punk's gonna win only because he lost the last one. This can tie the feud, tie it 1-1, and they are rumored to be having a Hell in a Cell match at Bad Blood, which that is September something. Maybe the 22nd. I don't know, something like that. But it's next month. Maybe September 9th, actually. No, it can't be. Can't be September 9th. Um, that'd be too close away. That's like 10 days away from now. Um, so, and actually, I think Bad Blood is actually October 9th, not September 9th. So, yeah, I did stutter there. It is maybe October 9th, something like that. 8th, something like that. Um, we'll know later. Um, but yeah, this will be setting up the third match between them, Hell in a Cell at Bad Blood. So therefore, CM Punk will win this match. This is very predictable. I don't know if he'll get that bracelet back. I feel like McIntyre will maybe run away with it. Who knows? But next match we are getting down here. I'm gonna go with this match here because it'll probably be the main event. But I'm gonna pick what I, in my eyes, see as the main event, just because the champ is in that match. So, um, Next match, we will go the World Heavyweight Champion, Gunther, in his hometown. I don't know if it's his hometown, but home. He's from Germany, versus Randy Orton. This is the second match, I guess you could call it, with them, because at King and Queen of the Ring, Randy Orton did face Gunther, and Gunther rolled up Randy Orton, and they definitely meant to have his shoulder not touch the mat so that they could set this up. This is gonna be a great match. Honestly, I would like to see Randy Orton win, but it's obviously gonna be Gunther because I mean this is his first title defense that's televised, and it's in Germany, so he's not going to lose there. But it's going to be very interesting to see where they go after this. I'm really hoping that Gunther will feud with Ilya Dragunov because they've been having them fight on the past house shows they've been doing on their tours. So I mean. Gunther's going to win. It's going to be a great match. Hoping they get at least like half an hour, 45 minutes. Because, I mean, their last match was really good. So I'm expecting nothing less than a potential show stealer, actually. But yeah, now we're going to get on to the last match. This is what I believe is the main event. It's probably not going to be, but it is Kevin Owens, who will turn heel here. It's pretty obvious that he's going to turn heel. The way he's been acting the past couple of weeks, the way his body language, he almost turned, throwing the belt at Cody, and he will be taking on Cody Rhodes, the champion. You know, he is, what is it? A little over 100 days, maybe like 150, getting close to 130, 150 days as champion. He's had the most pay-per-view matches this year. Being the workhorse that he is, carrying this title all around the world. He's took it to Scotland. He's took it to Mexico. I think they went to Mexico, Japan, now Germany, France. He's taken it all over the place. And now he will face Kevin Owens. I do like that they're going with this. I mean, this is really all they had here for Cody because they're not going to do these a second solo match right away. Even though they did that with AJ Styles, they're not going to do that. Although I heard that they are going to do it again on the first episode of SmackDown when it switches over to USA. They'll do Cody versus Solo, with Roman costing Solo again, and then that'll lead into Survivor Series. That's a really good theory. I think that will happen. But obviously Cody's going to win. It's going to be a good match. On SmackDown today, Kevin Owens said, "How about do you want to talk about your knee on the tour? What happened to your knee?" And Cody said, "No, I don't want to talk about that. My knee is fine. I'm okay. It's gonna be all right. My knee's good." So obviously something must have happened to his knee, probably like a minor tweak. But I'm sure he's gonna try to get through it. But I lost my thought. But yeah, obviously Cody Rhodes is gonna win. Then I'm expecting a Kevin Owens heel turn after the match, and that'll be that leading maybe into a second match, maybe after he fights Solo again. I don't know. Maybe that's the plan for Bad Blood in Atlanta. But yeah, right now I'm taking Cody Rhodes. That's pretty much it. I mean, 15 minutes for picks isn't that bad. I do have a couple more things to talk about. I guess we could do. I guess we could go over the SummerSlam, some of the SummerSlam results. Obviously, Nia Jax beat Bayley. That was pretty stupid. Drew McIntyre beat CM Punk, as I had discussed earlier. Cody Rhodes beat Solo in the main event with help from Roman Reigns. He's got his new OTC shirt. And of course, Roman Reigns is not on TV now because the Bloodline put him through a table. But yeah, I'm sure he'll be back soon. But yeah, Cody beat Solo. LA Knight defeated Logan Paul. We're not going to talk about that too much. LA Knight's an asshole. What else was on that card? Liv Morgan beat Rhea Ripley, and Dom, as a heel, turned heel. So you love to see that there. And that's pretty much like all the important results that happened there. I guess you could say important. Finn Balor did turn on Damian Priest. Damian did hit his finisher on Gunther, and then you could clearly tell Finn was going to put Gunther's leg on the rope because of Damian intentionally pulled Gunther close to the rope so they could do that spot. And Finn capitalized, put the foot on the rope, and they did a cool thing where they had Damian turn around, look up at the the big board in the Browns Stadium, and he saw the replay, and so he was pissed off at Finn Balor, and he started choking him out, and that gave Gunther the upper hand there to hit I think he choked out Damian Priest actually, and Damian Priest passed out, and Gunther's the new champ. So I guess that's a pretty big deal. That's obviously why we have this match, Gunther with the world title. But I guess we could talk about Raw last week. I guess this week, last Raw, we had Uncle Howdy make his debut. This is just a promo picture. I didn't get the actual picture. I forgot. But yeah, Uncle Howdy versus Chad Gable. Very good match. Uncle Howdy did pick up the win. It's everything that I'm looking for in a wrestling match. I like a little bit of interference. I do like, a ref bump if it works out in the favor of the person I want to win, obviously. But, Uncle Howdy picked up the win. Hopefully closing out, this feud with Chad Gable. I really want to see them on a pay-per-view. They did not make the cut for this one, unfortunately, which really pisses me off. But Uncle Howdy, he's changing his looks every week, it seems. He's got a darker mask. He's got wispy hair now, not the dreads. He's got that red dread in there still. Very, very cool there for Uncle Howdy and the YS6. Hopefully they can all get a shot in the same match. Like maybe Uncle Howdy, Dexter, Gacy, and Eric Rowan get in a tag match. Maybe an 8-man, or they could do. They could have Rowan, Gacy, and Dexter, and Nikki versus Ivy, Chad, and the Creeds, because that's the right number there to be like a sort of mixed tag match. But I do hope that we see some matches of just Bo. I know a lot of people probably wouldn't be interested in that, but I would be interested in that. Just to see him wrestling, just genuine him wrestling without the Howdy mask. I think that'd be really cool to see. So, the past couple weeks, I've been really pleased with what they've been doing. They had that Wyatt 6 tag match, and then on Monday they had Uncle Howdy versus Chad Gable. They've been doing good on the VHS tapes. They've had Howdy talking, well, I guess Bo and Howdy talking. It looks like he's looking at a TV and describing different things, talking about Chad Gable. They've also been really active on their social media platforms, like their X account or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I'm really pleased. Like, they really put a bunch of detail into this. They get their times, they get their time stamps perfectly. It seems like it really seems as though they have everything perfectly timed. Like, they have different dates set for separate matches and promos and whatever it is, whether it be vignettes or anything like that. But I am, like I said, I've said this like 7 times. Really happy with what they're doing here, and I hope they continue to bring this excitement in the future. So yeah. Let's see, what else can we talk about? I guess we could talk a little bit about NXT. NXT No Mercy is happening on Sunday, the day after Bash in Berlin. We will see Ethan Page versus Joe Hendry. Ethan Page is probably going to win, but I would really like to see Joe Hendry win. It'd be awesome if Joe Hendry was the NXT champion. But I just can't see him winning. But they have really done this feud really well. He's been on NXT pretty much every week. He's had 2 concerts. And I think, honestly, NXT is using Joe Hendry better than TNA is using Joe Hendry. So, yeah, I mean, probably Ethan Page is going to win. Trick Williams is the special guest referee. So he will not cost Joe Hendry. But I'm sure that maybe Pete Dunne will come in and attack Trick Williams, maybe have to have another referee come in. And then Pete Dunne will maybe attack Joe Hendry, and then Joe Hendry will get pinned. So yeah, really looking forward to that match, even though I know the outcome of what it's gonna be. But yeah, and then I guess what else do we have on there? The 700th rematch, I believe, of Chase U versus Nathan Frazier and Axiom for the NXT tag titles. Nathan Frazier and Axiom aren't going to win. They just lost the titles, and I'm looking forward to this, Chase U tag title run. So yeah, I mean, Chase U is obviously going to win. What else do we have? Jada Parker is wrestling Roxanne Perez for the NXT Women's title. That could be an okay match. Obviously, Roxanne's going to win. She's not going to lose unless it's a big opponent, like if Julia comes in soon, or if Stephanie, I think her last name's Vacquer. I don't know, Vacquer, I don't know. But she's not going to lose right now. Probably this possibility that the soonest that she'll lose it is next year. But at that point, I don't know. She'll probably have it for at least a couple more months at best. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that match a little bit. I think that's really all the matches that I care about. there could be a couple more matches. I believe Kalani Jordan is defending the North American title. I don't know against who, though. Yeah, I don't know. It could be versus Wendy Choo, maybe. I think it is versus Wendy Choo. Wendy Choo's been having this darker side of things. You know, she's kind of portraying an Uncle Howdy character, if you will. And it's kind of like she like wears her black and white pajamas out there. She's got her creepy ass makeup. And she plays like the perfect horror character, and she walks around with like her headless dolls. So yeah, I don't know. I probably Kalani is gonna win. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't be mad at all if Wendy Choo. Wendy Choo won, but I just think Kalani's probably gonna take it. We'll see. That pick could change in a couple of days. That's the one I'm really torn about. Which I want to say something about the NXT one. Last time they had NXT the next day, it was the day after Money in the Bank in Toronto, and now NXT No Mercy is the day after Bash in Berlin, and it's not in Berlin. It's in Denver, Colorado, I believe, and then the one after that is in Hershey, so just a few hours down the road. And then I think they have Raw like the next night, maybe. But yeah, so looking forward to the NXT pay-per-views. They always deliver. They're always great. They always have good matches. There's always a surprising factor at the end. Like at the end of the last NXT pay-per-view, when Ethan Page won the title, that was a big shock to me. And then like at the end, they had the Joe Hendry picture pop up, and that was that. And then he's pretty much been on every single week, so that's a pretty good surprise. So yeah, hopefully something big happens at this one. So I guess we'll be looking forward to that one. In a couple of days, and it's been a really good week for wrestling. Raw was on Monday. Tuesday we had NXT. Nothing Wednesday. No wrestling at all on Wednesday. There might have been an indie show on Wednesday. I don't know. Thursday there was TNA, I believe. Today we had the press conference for Bash in Berlin, and SmackDown. SmackDown's going to be taped tonight, so it won't be live. But it was taped earlier, so I pretty much know everything that happened. Unfortunately, Nia Jax has retained her title. So very unfortunate there. But yeah, and then tomorrow, we got the Bash in Berlin kickoff show. Bash in Berlin press conference after the show. The post show. I'm really liking how they're doing the post shows lately. Like, it's kind of like an NFL game. How, like, the actual game or, like, the pay-per-view ends, and then they take it, up to, like, commentators or whatever, and they take it back to, like, the pre-show table where they were originally, and then they get into some press conferences, like, at the end where they ask questions. So I'm really liking how they do that, and then they've been pretty high-tech lately. As they've been showing little graphics on the bottom of the screen, like of the results of every show, like the headlines of every show. But yeah, so I'm liking how they're doing that. But yeah, like I said, really big week for wrestling, and we're not anywhere near done yet. We still got a bunch of stuff tomorrow to look forward to. I'm not a big fan of the exclusive interviews they do on the the pre-show, because they always take up like 5 segments. Like, it takes them like 5 segments to get the whole thing out, which I understand that they don't have anything else to do except talk. But, I mean, I'd rather hear them talk about the show for 3 hours or 2 hours, however long they're going to have the pre-show tomorrow, than watch a stupid Michael Cole interview. So, yeah, not a big fan of that, but at least it's live wrestling. Has something to do with live wrestling. They talk about the show, whatever. But, hold on. I'm going to see if I can add a picture here on the spot. I wanted to show this off to everybody. I'm sure we're still recording. But the other day I'm sure you can see it in the top corner, I had this new logo made. I don't know if I will use this as my main logo, but this is definitely a possibility. I'm still deciding whether I want this logo or, the original logo we had made. But yeah, I think I'll probably use both depending on what it is. So I'm sure the thumbnail of this video will have this logo on it, most likely. But yeah, looking forward to the next couple days. I really dragged this one out, which that's fine because we did talk about NXT and we did talk about Bash in Berlin. We did our picks, whatever. And we did talk about Raw, some of the things that have been going on. So yeah, I'm happy with the show. I'm pleased with it. That's pretty much all I got for today. Next week I hope to have a show out maybe about the results for the show in NXT. So I hope you guys liked the video. Make sure you subscribe to this very channel here. Then make sure you subscribe to the Triple B Experience channel. I was supposed to be on the Triple B Experience tonight talking about Bash in Berlin. Bubba's a little bit under the weather at the moment, and so is Larry Stryker from Pro Wrestling Extreme Talk. We hope they both feel better. Larry and the guys on Pro Wrestling Extreme Talk, they talk all elite garbage. They talk WWE. They talk all about wrestling. So if you want to head over there and drop a subscribe, drop a like, do whatever you need to over there. That would be great. I keep forgetting Shane's show, but it's Mountaineer Mafia with Shane. He's some shows out, so go make sure you check about that. He talks about West Virginia football. And then the APWF, they just had their Uncharted Waters show in Johnstown a couple of days ago. That went great. And now we are on the road to APWF Nightmare at the Castle, October 26th in Johnstown, PA at 7 p.m. So, be there. That'll be the Halloween show for them. And it'll be the last show for the APWF in 2024. Bubba said they're looking at some dates for next year. So make sure you check them out this year while you can because this is their last show for the year. And it's going to be a really fun show. There's going to be a lot of good matches, I'm sure. So yeah, that's about it for plugging. Always, drink Prime. Get W at Walmart. Subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to my TikTok, Mania Season, and we'll catch you guys next week. We'll see ya. Have a great day.